Janet. Good to know. Hello, hello, hello.
Mhm.
Our numbers are few, but our power is strong. And I'm excited everybody's on. And for some reason, I have a delay now. But Amy's going to start by sharing everything she learned last night from Gloria Mayfield Banks. So, Amy, take it away. How awesome was it that you qualified for that?
It was good. And I worked hard to do that, to be honest. So um I know that sounds puny, but it
No, you
really
did.
did push to get there.
You did.
Um I really I do like Gloria. She's phenomenal in speaking and she's bold and she's powerful. Um but I could be totally wrong. But I believe years ago at seminar, I heard that she drove to a class and she had a hole in her floorboards. And this was like at seminar or career conference. And she didn't share this last night, but this is something I have in my memory of being at seminar before. And the hole was so big that her feet would go through if she wasn't careful. Sorry, I guess mom made it. My apologies. But anyway, and then she would park around the block and carry everything over. And the one class that she went to, the apartment was all the way at the top, and she walked all the way up, and the woman stood her up. And so I share that really quickly out of memory because it's worth it to hit those little memories of doing it anyway, showing up, putting all the paces in because it will show up for you. And I think that was kind of resonating too last night. But she said, live for the daring, banking on success. Of course, her theme is super bad all day long, which who wouldn't love to be super bad all day long in a good fashion? In glorious fashion, I should say. Empowering women to give others a chance, willing to go get the best to give the best. And by getting the best, she meant like recruiting and team building and looking for those sharpest women so that you get that. You're able to give back in other ways. The person she became in the process is better than the person she started as. And I think that's so true because Mary Kay is a journey and we really do learn as we go. We gain confidence, we gain speaking skills, we gain technology skills, right? Um, and plus we learn so much, but we hold so much more and more heart than we had to begin with. So life skills, passion, and courage is how you succeed. And she said, when you're not passionate, you're sustaining. And that kind of resonated too, because I think we all get in those moments where we're too comfortable. So we have to keep that passion and keep pushing. She said, momentum, well, you want to fill it with joy. And so, of course, this is June, and she's like, Phil, be momentous. So she wants you to keep moving. Let's see, watching the words that come out of your mouth because the words are powerful, which Joanna, you said for years. But she said, being a strong booker and loving to share the opportunity don't stop short of our capacity. And I think that's true in any field, but even more so, we don't want to be in the space inside of our head. Find those who want the product and fill your life with those people because then those will be the people you will fill with your team. One thing that I really liked how she described team building really in as a way she drew a big circle in the middle and then she put 5 circles on the top side. And those 5 circles, she said most people go from the big circle and say what's always best for the little person, like the people that you're bringing in, not that those are little, but you're bringing them in. But she said you also have to share your journey, which is so true because there'll be more um, applicable to help you in your goals if they have been shared them. So that might make the difference of whether you're going to hit that deadline for your team building and your orders to make you happen to the next goal. And I really, that's important too. Like sometimes we do want them to know what's in it for them, but the big team, not just one person. So that was really cool. She said, bring them into your circle, changing the opportunity to participate in your goals and your circle. And she said, the pain that makes you to grow wise in that process. So that's wonderful. Building your confidence, learn to celebrate the small victories, smaller confidence starts building you up. And she said, if you don't have any confidence in yourself, or if you don't have any confidence in the situation you're in, she said, celebrate somebody else's success so that you could build your own. You'll learn how to build your own in that fashion. It was really cool. And then putting signs around the house so that you build your subconscious is really important as well. And she said she wants you to be motivated and excited. You can't cause momentum when you're stuck in subsistence mode, which is true. And she said competition is not bad unless it's ugly or dirty. So, and you all know what that means, right? Like, I'm not going to explain that. So, so I'm not saying anything else there. And she said, you are your wealthiest when you're your healthiest. And mentally, that's so true. To be in your healthiest space, mindset and body wise, you perform better in all fashions. And so the question she asked us was, who am I going to thrive with? And then your no doesn't make my business. So, and I think that's important too, because a lot of people get stuck on the no, and you can't. You just can't get stuck on the no. You have to just say next. It's like a piece of gum, right? So courage, the lack of is why we don't succeed, is her take on that. She says you just don't have enough courage. You don't believe enough in yourself.
Oh, say that again. Say that is I'm telling you right now, guys, the people who have come into Mary Kay and not succeeded, it was their choice because their lack of courage, their lack of commitment, and their lack of complete and total buying into, I can do this. It's that, I'm telling you, it is that confidence and that courage, and that commitment. That's true.
She said, so courage is the lack of is why we don't succeed. And part of that is if what they did mattered to you. Trying to read my writing there.
Okay.
You're supposed to love them more and then push more for success, push more for appointments, push more to do what you need to do to get yourself where you need to be. Okay. And then her greatest honor was to let you try our brand new Mary Kay. And that's what she said is like, she went into a car dealership, I think, with her husband, and there was a sharp dressed lady there at the appointment, or, at the desk. And her husband said, give her your card. And she's like, no, I'm just kind of here today with you. I'm just kind of chilling. And he's like, give her your card. And she's like, no, it's okay. Like, I'll be all right. And she said, then finally she looks up and she just looked at this lady and she's like, okay, I just got to do it. So she went ahead and she gave her a card, and the lady started jumping up and going, oh, like, she got so excited, and she's like, she's so and like, so she goes, really, we only hurt ourselves when we see that person that we think we should speak to and we're not speaking to, because it might mean more to them than maybe it even does to you. But she said, we're being selfish. And that's what Mary Kay said too, when your 3-foot circle was, there's always somebody that needs you. They might need your product, or they need you as a life partner in your business. So, and she said, faith, family, business, and career. And so those were the really big things that I think I took out from all of that. But, what a reason to listen. Like, they call her the GOAT. I think that's what they said, because she's the greatest of all time in Mary Kay. So, like, I really did work hard to get to hear that. And I know, Vicki, when you get a chance to listen to it, you'll take away some nuggets of wisdom too. So it was definitely worth it. But I've seen Francine's name up there as a qualifier too. So, I mean, everybody can take something away differently, but it kind of really makes you think, like, really about what your business is and what it means to you. And truthfully, it means something to all of us. But she said you can't just work your business for your bills. You have to have that joy in it too, which resonated as well because you have to be like having fun to make it keep going for you.
Yeah. Self-motivated. Love it. Okay. Snaps to Amy. That was awesome. Wow. Love that. And Alice is on. She's going to turn on her camera in a minute. So we're excited you're on, Alice. So I'm going to go to our reco so that you guys can write down your points and all. And if you're watching this video later, which apparently I've got 70 of you watching this video tomorrow. So I got to make sure I get it out early because sometimes my webmaster takes her time. But I love that. And, you know, the fact that this contest or this challenge, I'm a little crooked here, this challenge is always that you sell enough to place at least a $300 order by the 15th. And this time it was by the 10th because we had to work with Gloria's schedule. You know, not everybody does it intentionally, but it is something that you guys really want to focus on because if I'm going to continue doing this, because, you know, your director is actually the funder of it, then I want to make sure you guys are working towards that first 2 weeks. One of the things that I like to teach as far as, and I'm going to try to do a spotlight here. So because people are saying the recordings aren't real clear. One of the things that I do as a director with my business time is the first 2 weeks of every month is a lot of personal business. That's why a lot of our training, well, our first week is always reco from the month before, but our training the first couple of weeks is always booking, coaching, selling, team building, holding appointments, product knowledge, because that's what I'm really thinking about. I'm holding my appointments. If my goal is 30 faces or 15 faces or 10 new faces or 10 new customers on skincare, that's happening the first 2 weeks of my month. The third week of my month, usually, if I'm going to travel, that's going to be my travel week, as well as my guest event week. So if I'm doing any guest events here in my home, muffins and makeovers, you know, things that are larger things, I do that the third week. And then the last week is usually spent wrapping up any new team members, making sure everybody's trained, making sure that all my meetings are set up for the next month with what my topics are going to be, checking in with my hostesses for the beginning of the next month, that kind of thing. Never, ever, ever traveling the last week of the month, because if somebody's trying to reach a goal, I want to be able to be where they can get to me. I'll tell you a funny story. My dad's actually getting married and they were supposed to get married on June 30th and they changed it to June 29th for me. So apparently it's not a huge wedding. It's really not. It's just he and his girlfriend decided they want to shack up. So they're doing it under God's law. And I admire that. I really do admire that. So yeah, that's kind of my schedule. So if you want to look at, you know, how does a leader, how does a director do their schedule? That's how a lot of us do our schedule, our personal business the first 2 weeks, then focusing on unit goals, things like that. And then the fourth week, getting ready for the next month. Because if you wait until July 1st to get ready for July, you're already 2 weeks behind. So just working that schedule and making sure that that schedule is very clear to you. Okay. Before we go into the slideshow, we already saw Joan's amazing new sassy, brassy, classy haircut. But Vicki, do you have any news you want to share this week? How was your week in Mary Kay?
It was pretty good. It was mostly reorders, but that's okay. I take them. I like them.
I know.
And I just had a real busy week outside of my Mary Kay. So
Okay, good.
whenever I can take some time and put it together, I do.
That's good. So busy is good. And when you're outside of your Mary Kay zone, that's where, you know, you've got your goodie bags with your lookbook and some hard candies like peppermints this time of year, things like that. And you just say, hey, give me a call. I'm already scheduling for July. I'm already getting
Mhm.
booked up for July, so that's great. And we just love Joan's new little sassy haircut. Alice, can you talk? Okay, we'll give her a minute. Oh, she's multitasking. Alice, how was your Mary Kay week? Look at you, all cute.
I'm cooking and eating at the same time, sorry.
Know what you guys would do if you had to drive to an actual meeting these days.
Yeah.
I heard my good friend Molita Daly. She was asked on a conference call, when are you going to go back to in-person meetings? She goes, I closed my entire her what's it
Detail?
called? Yeah, her whole studio. She said, I am never going back to in person because this is just way too convenient. But you guys, y'all are getting a little like, I'm cooking dinner and I'm listening. So that's okay. You're adorable. So, but how was your week, Alice? Did you have a good week?
It was okay. A new potential customer, we had to reschedule her. She saw my face. She said, I want my face to look like your face, like yours.
That's
And
it.
so I scheduled some time with her, and she put it off because she was busy, and we're supposed to meet this week yet. We just have to confirm a time, but
Okay. Well,
I'm looking forward to that.
when she confirms, text me her information and I'll just cross confirm it for you and just say, thank you so much for committing to spend some time with Alice. You're going to have a blast.
Okay, will do.
That's always fun to do. Okay, let's do a little screen share. Want to take y'all into our slideshow just so you can write down your points and all, because y'all are going to get points tonight because you're on and so many people are missing us. So what we're going to do is we are going to give double points tonight for being on or watching the video. But remember, if you want points for watching the video, you have to go on Shite Family Superstars and post your takeaway. But those of you who are on live in these very busy days of June with graduations and weddings and showers and everything else, I'm looking at all this stuff like it's crazy. So, you know, when you're taking the time to be here live, then you definitely get double points for that. So I'm excited you're on. So again, y'all know the options to explain to people: $30 for the eStart, $130 for the eStart and the starter kit, and then of course the sample pack add-on. And again, let me reiterate, they have to choose the sample pack when they order their starter kit or their eStart. You can't go back and get it the next day. You can't go back and get it 10 minutes later. So I just want to advise you guys, if you have new team members and they don't want the sample pack add-on, you might want to say, well, can I get it? And have it sent to you or pick it up from them, because it is amazing, absolutely amazing. And then of course, my favorite flyer, I love this, is I use it at all my appointments. There are 3 ways to be part of my organization, and I would love to have you be a part of my organization. One is to be a VIP, and VIPs are just people who are my skincare users. And when you're on Mary Kay Skincare, you're eligible for my quarterly private beauty experiences. You get personal delivery, you get birthday discounts. I have quarterly sales that you get privy to. And then of course, VIP with free. That's if you choose to be a hostess and allow me to share this product with 3 to 5 of your friends. And then if you want to be one of my power partners, then you can get the starter kit. And, you know, on this flyer, it says that you get over $300 worth of Mary Kay products. You actually get over 400 now. That's how they've upped the ante. So that's just how you can be part of my organization. And then I wanted to let you guys know the courts are not changing. From everything we've heard with the company, nothing is changing. The retail sales court changed about 7 or 8 years ago, but nothing else is changing at this point. So you can count on these courts being the same for next year. We did up our quart of retail sales to 10,000 and then quart of personal sales to 10,000. I want to tell you guys something. Our quart of personal sales, where y'all turn in your weekly accomplishments, keep turning them in. It is so close between our top 5, like amazingly. And you might think, well, I only do like 200, 300 a week. Let me tell you what, that consistency is what makes the difference. Now, y'all know that this month you get your skincare at 60% off. I know several of you are looking at, let me go back, sorry, are looking at finishing your star in the next 2 days and doing it with the skincare. Just want to give you a heads up. If you're ordering the miracle sets, make sure you are ordering them based on what you know you'll sell in the next month, because the time-wise is being updated. The formula is not changing a lot, but it is being updated. So I don't want you to go order 30 miracle sets and the next time the lookbook comes out, it's got a completely different line in there. So it looks very much the same. It really does. It actually looks kind of like old school Mary Kay. It's very simple. The packaging is very simple, but it's going to simplify our line a little bit. And I'm really excited about one product in particular, but we'll be able to talk to you about that probably in the next 2 weeks, probably by our July 11th launch. Okay. And then of course, y'all know Father's Day is right around the corner. So stock up on that. And, you know, it's a great opportunity to be making 60%. And that way, if you do offer a 10% discount to your customers, you're still getting 50%. Okay. Any questions on any of this? Are y'all asking questions? No. Okay. All right. So let's go to, I'm just so excited that Amy and Vicki and Elisa all went into the drawing that they had last night. And I didn't see that y'all's names were called for the drawing, but at least you had the opportunity to have that training. And we're going to continue this every single month. And I noticed too, I want to stop our share real quick. Amy, I see you have on your necklace. It's gorgeous. Let me spotlight you. Oh, I just spotlighted Alice. There you go. It is gorgeous.
I've worn this since Sunday, and I've probably gotten 20 compliments on this necklace. And they're just like, I love that. And I said, I earned that from Mary Kay.
Do you have
And
the
they're-
matching earrings?
I do, but I can't wear those at work.
Oh,
And I dressed up a little bit like today to go to work, but like, because I knew I had meeting tonight. But seriously, like I couldn't wear the dangles because of the masks going over your ears and stuff like that. But
right.
I do. And I was really excited because I didn't look ahead to see that this was up there.
Yeah. And I wore this entire set tonight because I very rarely wear pink. And I just love this set. I earned this last year and I love it. The weight of it is so nice. And they really go all out with these prizes. So I'm really excited that you got yours. I should be getting mine any day now. I'm so excited. Did you get yours, Vicki? Yeah, you got yours too. I'll tell you guys, you know, it's just, you don't order product to get prizes, but when you sell the product and you place the orders and you get the prizes, it's so nice, isn't it, to get that? So I'm really excited to get mine. That's going to be my go-to jewelry every night while we're on vacation. I'm like, I'm only going to take one set of jewelry. This is going to be super simple. So I'm excited. Okay, so write down these dates, people. Please write down these dates. I am traveling July 2nd through 9th. You can reach me on the cell phone. I will actually be, I think I'll still be Pacific Standard Time. But the best thing to do is if you need me, text me. But I just want you guys to be working. I want you to make sure you turn in your weekly accomplishments, because the way that the calendar works, for the end of the seminar year, as far as your weekly accomplishment sheets, the last week when it ends is July 2nd. Okay, so when you submit your weekly accomplishment sheet on July 2nd, when you go on the weekly accomplishment sheet, it's going to say new seminar year. Go ahead and put it in. I know how to do all of it. Okay, I know how to figure out the numbers. So do it through July 2nd, and then we'll start the new year as of July 9th. So you guys are just, so many of y'all are so close, neck and neck in that court of being queen. And I'm already putting together prizes on my back table of the queens and other courts, because I got to mail those out on July 1st. And then we're going to have our party on July 18th. So July 11th, we will debut the new seminar year notebook. We'll go through that. We'll talk about our new GG form. We'll talk about, everything that we're going to have going on in the new year. And then July 18th, you want to dress up from the waist up, wear something sparkly, put your hair up, do your makeup. We're going to take some pictures, and you will have received your box by then. And I'll have you open your gift boxes at that point if you're a queen or on Queen's Court. If you're not, like Amy said, Gloria Mayfield Banks said, be there to celebrate other people, because that's what inspires you to celebrate yourself the next time. Okay. So, this is exciting. This is everybody who's earned their necklace so far. So Vicki, Francine, Joan, Amy, Jamie, and myself have all earned their necklaces. That's super exciting. And then y'all know the Star Quarter ends in 2 days on the 15th. So I'm very excited about that. Sayonara and Jamie are both on target for 4-quarter stars. So is Sheila. And then this is where everybody is right now. Amy, how did you miss this when you placed your order? How did you miss that? I'm like, girl, did you not check your numbers? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's okay. So some of you guys are super duper close to finishing that star, but I'm so proud of Jamie and Sayonara and Vicki for already finishing it. Okay. All right. Just want to reiterate to you guys again, these were your goals for June, and we're almost halfway through June. So don't let go of your goals. You were excited when you announced it. You were pumped. So Mandy, 5 new skincare customers. Amy, your 15 faces. I mean, look up your name there. Jamie, 30 faces, 3,000 in sales. Y'all got some amazing goals there. So this is what you're working on right now. This is your goal. Alice, 6 new faces, a party, and 300 in sales. And she's already working on that first new face. So every face counts. And I just want to tell y'all a quick story. When Pat Bortenberry was in Las Vegas, her husband was in the Air Force, and he was stationed there. She was not a showgirl. She had a party, and at that party, there were some military wives. Do you know, out of that party, she offsprung 5 nationals? She wasn't even a director yet, but she recruited 5 people out of that party. Pat Danforth, Linda Broom, all these women, I mean, they all were nationals. And when she retired as an executive senior national, making about $40,000 to $50,000 a month for the next 15 years. So don't underestimate the power of one party, and make sure you're working it full circle and you're talking marketing, because that's what she always did. Okay, we are going to continue this program, the charms and the pearls, through next year. And so we're updating these flyers, but I just want to let you guys know, when you're a star consultant, you get a B on your charm bracelet. And the first time you're a star during the seminar year, you get the Mary Kay National Area Pin. Well, the first time since we started this program, but you also can earn all these other charms. So be working on your charms. As soon as you finish a charm, go to joannascheib.com, click on I want a prize and turn it in, and you will get your charm immediately. I love mailing out charms. So much fun. Okay, here's our first quarter stars, our second quarter stars, our third quarter stars, and so far, this is not all of them. Y'all got 2 days so far, our fourth quarter stars. So focus, focus, focus. You can sell 18 $100 gift certificates in the next 2 days and finish star if you have 0 in, okay? All right, your Girls with Goals form, and I've already done so much editing on this because I went through it with a fine tooth comb, a little pink comb, and I started making all these notes on it. And I actually called my webmaster and I said, I can't email all these changes to you. So we've set up a meeting for tomorrow and I'm going to walk her through all the changes because I think it can be a little bit confusing. And you guys have never told me that. But I was going through it and marking everything and I'm like, this is a little confusing. So we're going to make it super duper triple simple. Okay. But it is due on July 5th. Okay. It's due July 5th. You've got extra days. It's not due on the 3rd. It's due on July 5th because I'll be out of the country anyway. All right. I'm running from the law. Okay. Give yourself 5 points for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet for the week ending this past Sunday. We were missing a lot of people. I was like, what happened? You guys went on vacay. But I'm really excited for Jamie, Amy, Joan, Arlene, Mandy, and Vicky. And then, of course, give yourself not 5, but 10 points, double points, 10 points for being on tonight because so many people couldn't be on. So I'm not punishing you guys who couldn't be on. If you watch this recording and you go to Shy Family Superstars and you post what you're most excited about, your takeaway, okay? Might be Amy's training at the beginning. I love that. Might be who our queen is for the week. It might just be that you're just happy to be alive, okay? Whatever you want your excitement to be, post it and you get to give yourself 10 points, okay? All right, I want to make sure you guys understand the bonus I'm doing this month. So what you do is you take your wholesale order of $400 or higher. You go times 20% equals, and that's the retail value of what you've earned from me this month. When you go to I Want a Prize on JoannaShipe.com under promotions, you're going to list 2 to 3 times more than what you earned in the order of your priority, okay? And remember, the smaller it is, the easier it is to mail. My number, do y'all know my #1 highest business expense for the past year was postage? And I use pirate ship. It was postage. So help me out here. Cut me some slack. Sometimes I just send it. If it's a bunch of heavy stuff, I just send it directly from the company. I'm like, I'm just going to send it to you. Okay, let's see who our queens are. Oh, surprise, surprise. The queen of reorders herself. Vicky had almost a $400 week. So proud of you. Queen of sales again, 20 points. Girl, you are rocking it. Love it, love it, love it. So we will do our monthly queens. We'll actually do, yeah, we'll have to do our monthly queens on July 11th. We'll do our June queens. You know what? That's not going to help you on your points, is it? Okay. Let me think how we can do this. Why don't we do our monthly queens for personal sales? No, that won't work either. You know what? This is what I'll do. I'll go on Shite Family Superstars on July 3rd, and I will post our queen of weekly accomplishments, because the rest of it you'll know how much you ordered and all that kind of stuff. And so I'll just post on there who was our June Queen so you can give yourself those points. Does that sound fair? That keeps us from waiting until August to do June Reco, because that's what'll happen. So I'll post it. Y'all need to go put on your calendar, July 3rd, go on Shipe Family Superstars. I'll also do it in a V card. Who our queens of the week were and our Reco. I'll do all the Reco. Does that sound fair? And you know what? I can't do it on the Vibe card because I'm not taking my computer. So you're going to have to go on Shipe Family Superstars. Let me write a note to put that in a V card. That on the July 3rd, we'll put it on Superstars. And what I'll do is I'll do the last week in June, which will actually be July 2nd. And I'll do the June Queen. So you'll add up your points there. Does that sound fair? Does everybody know how to go on Shipe Family Superstars? Okay, and you'll just see it listed there. Yes, Arlene, you do know how to go on it because you put notes on there. So don't be looking at your daughter like, can you do it for me? No, you got this. Okay. All right, so I want to get into tonight's training. You're going to love this. This actually came from the sermon that I heard this Sunday. So I don't know if you read the Bible or not, if you believe in the Bible, but one of the things that repeats itself over and over and over again is God tells somebody to do something and then they have the blessings. He tells Moses to strike the rock with a stick and water flows from the rock. He says, put your rod at the Red Sea and the Red Sea parts. Every time abundant blessings were given to someone, there was a command they had to do first. And I know y'all remember who Doubting Thomas is, because Doubting Thomas, we call him Doubting Thomas, because he said, I won't believe that you are the Christ until I put my fingers in your hands, in your feet, and in your side. And Jesus said, blessed is he who believes with seeing, but even more blessed is he who believes without seeing. And so many times we're tested by saying, when God says, do what I tell you to do, and you're like, but, and then the blessings follow when we're obedient. So let's make this a little bit more real, okay? For those of you who may not be huge biblical people. How many of you have had kids? Okay. This works in reverse as well. If you don't clean your room by this time on Saturday morning, what's going to happen? It may not be blessings. It may be, right? Okay. But you may do positive reinforcement as well. When you do this, this will be your reward. Now, we work in Mary Kay on commission, correct? So when we do the work, when we do the faces, this is our reward, the reorders, the sales, the team members, the feel good about ourselves, correct? So to put it in perspective, when we think of the dream we have in our hearts, and then we do the work that's required to achieve that dream, the rewards are going to follow. But we don't expect the rewards until we what? Do the work, right? So keeping kind of that in the back of your mind, I want you to think about this. What is your dream for your Mary Kay business? I want you to write that down. And I want you to be transparent with yourself. And when those little voices pop in your head saying, you can't earn a Cadillac, you can't be a director, you can't do this, you can't do that, I want you just to go, kick that devil off your shoulder. What is your ultimate dream for your Mary Kay business? My first real dream in Mary Kay was to be debt-free. I did not know that being debt-free was going to set me free from an abusive marriage. That was the blessing that followed later. But my first dream was to be debt free. I was tired of stealing from Peter to pay Paul. I was tired of having $20 in my checking account and not knowing how I was going to pay bills. So that was my first motivation, to be debt free. How will that bless you and your family? So just think about it. You know, if your ultimate dream in Mary Kay is to rent a house in North Carolina with 20 bedrooms so your entire family can come spend a week with grandkids and kids and cousins and everything, that's not my idea of a good time. You have fun with that. But, you know, write that down. If your dream is to go with your spouse or your significant other on a great trip, write that down. If your dream is to bless your family with buying a new house or having a new car or something, you know what's going to bless you and your family. But I want you to notice the first word is bless who? You. Because if you tie your dream directly with your family or your spouse or your kids, the minute you get mad at them, you're going to go, well, I'm not working hard for you anymore. I've been working for this vacation for the last 2 years. You don't even appreciate it. Forget you. So you have to be the main focus. I know that's hard. That's hard for women. That is so hard for women in Mary Kay because you have such big hearts. But you have to be the main focus of that dream. You have to be in the center of it. Once you establish what that dream is, I want you to write down, and you may have to wait and do this later. What skills do you need or challenges do you need to choose to overcome? And don't say I have to, don't say I need to, but what skill sets should you focus on getting better at? And what challenges should you be choosing to overcome to achieve your dreams and goals? Skill sets and challenges. Skill sets and challenges. And I want you to think about, when you think about the challenges, it has to be challenges that you have some control over. Because most of you guys would not look good living in orange jumpsuits. And that would delay your dream when you are put in prison. So killing someone, taking someone out, running someone over, not options, okay? Challenges that you have control over. How can you break down your dream into a specific goal with a timeline that is daily, weekly, monthly, Mary Kay quarterly, and annual targets? You guys, a goal without a plan is a dream. Let me say that again. A goal without a plan is a dream. And a plan without action is a non-existent goal. You've got to put activity behind it. So how do you break it down into a specific goal with a timeline, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually? Now I want you to think, let's make this a little bit more real. I think everyone on here at some point has had a baby. Once you got pregnant, you couldn't say, well, I think I'm going to have this baby in 6 months instead of 9 months, because 6 months would work so much better with my schedule. Or, you know, I think I'm pregnant, but I think I'm going to wait 2 years to have the baby because I need to further my career along. And I want the younger child to be a little bit older. Once you're pregnant, you go. And so think of it. You knew that there were certain things that you needed to do, to learn, to prepare in the first trimester, in the first quarter, the second quarter, and by the third quarter, right? You knew there were certain things that had to be done. Your business is the same way. Some of y'all had huge weddings. There were certain things you had to do along the way. You've thrown big parties before, anniversaries or something. There are certain things that have to be done along the way. Even Amy, your son's graduation party, there were certain things that had to be done in advance. And you write them down and you put a timeline on it. Your business is no different. Your business is no different. Because when you break it down, you should know what has to be done daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. If you go into this new seminar year on July 1st and you don't do anything the month of July, you now have an 11-month year. You have 11 months to achieve your goals. So now you have to divide everything by 11. If you put it off till the middle of August, you now have a 10-month year. So if we can plan right now where you want to be 12 months from now, because you don't want to be pushing on June 30th. On June 1st, you want to be done. You want to be finished with national quota sales, national quota sharing, directorship, free car, Cadillac, 4-quarter star. You want to be finished. Every year that we've gone for a big unit goal, we were finished by mid-June. I was not scrambling on June 30th. That is not my happy place. So break it down and know what has to be done, what you're choosing, right? Choosing to do on a daily basis to achieve that goal. And if you choose to do nothing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, just know that's okay. Everybody deserves a vacation, but double up ahead of time and double up afterwards. So I'm already booking for the week of July 10th, knowing I'll be gone the 2nd through the 8th, coming back on the 9th. I'm already booking up. And I've already got things scheduled all of next week. Okay, so you pre-work and you post-work. And then when you're on your break, when you're in the mountains, when you're at the ocean, when you're on the boat, when you're at the lake, you sit back and relax because you have pre-worked and you have post-booked. Now, the last thing I want to ask you to think about, and this is going to require you to really go deep. What's it going to look like when you achieve your goal and ultimately your dream? What is it going to look like when you achieve that goal and ultimately your dream? I remember when I was going for directorship and I had a newborn and I could visualize, and I had not even been taught about visualization, but I was a football coach. And so I knew about visualizing the touchdown, the score at the end of the game, things like that. And I remember every day saying, when I go to that big convention next year, I am going to walk on stage as a director. I hadn't even been to seminar yet. My first seminar I went as a director. And I was like, I've seen the pictures. I've got the gown picked out. I am exercising so I look good in the gown. And I focused on it. And I'm like, I am going to take that oath and I'm going to be so proud to wear that suit. I visualized it. I could see it. And I had pictures of the director, and this was before computers. I actually had to go to the Applause magazine. Thank goodness they were still mailing it then, and cut out pictures and put my face on it so that I could visualize it and see it. And it became real to me. So whatever your goal is, it may be to take your family on a great vacation at Christmas this year. It might be to be debt-free by December 31st. I love mid-year goals. I think they're so fun because for me, sometimes it's hard to see July 1st through June 30th. That's so far, but I love focusing on mid-year. You might be even more short-term than that. You might be, I want to focus on July, August, September. This is where I want to be at by the end of September. You might be a small bite person. You might be a forest person where you can see the whole forest and you're going through the trees. It's up to you to determine what that looks like. But I want you to be thinking about how do you break those goals down? And when the Applause magazine comes out, or you can go online and print it now, and it has the new prizes for the new seminar year, which will come out in 6 weeks, cut those prizes out. And then if you don't know how to earn them, call me. I've earned all of them 10 times over. I got more B's and more diamonds and more free cars, and I've done it, okay? I can break it down for you. But I want to tell you, people ask me, I just had a director call me the other day, and she said, if you were to tell my unit one thing that they could do where they could achieve almost all their goals, what would it be? 30 faces a month. That's it. I'm telling you guys, you can go back to what Kristen Sharp says. You can go back to Kathy Halou. You can go back to Gloria Mayfield Banks. Every one of them will tell you, put on your beauty coat every day with a black skirt and a tank top underneath if it's summer, and flat shoes, and go work your full-time job or go do what you have to do. And then every evening or every afternoon when you're off, you are in your beauty coat with your little black flats, and you are looking spiffy with your great lipstick on, and you are getting names. Getting names, getting names. Pat Fortenberry never went to sleep until she had 3 names a day. Sometimes she said she threw them away, but she still got 3 names a day. 30 faces a month. Now you're thinking, that's a full-time job. No, it's not. Even if you did 30 individual facials, that's still only 40 hours in a month. 30 faces a month. You can do 6 times 5. You can do 5 times 6. You can do 10 times 3. You can do 3 times 10. And when you're working virtually, you can do 30 faces easy. Because if you have people in person and you have them invite people virtually and you set up your laptop right there, you're doing double duty on the same timesheet. You're getting paid double for your time. It's a mindset, guys. It's a mindset. When I was working my business in the very beginning, I was literally stuck with the people in my neighborhood in my small military town. You have the world at your fingertips because of this. Take advantage of it. And I'll help you. I will do them for you. Call me. I will do it for you. Okay? Don't be like, well, I don't have the ring light. I don't have the camera. And I don't know how to set up my background like Amy. And I don't have pretty stuff like Vicky. And, Alice just sits there all calm like the queen. You don't have to be. People want you to show up as you. They don't want you to show up as someone else. Usually they tell me to be quiet and let the consultant talk. They really want you. You're the one they're a fan of. So let's start working on in-person, virtually, in-person. Let's do it all. Because there are not enough people in your neighborhood or any of your small towns to provide you with the number of faces you need to be where you want to be 12 months from now. And that's what we're focusing on. Where do you want to be 12 months from now? Because I think it could be huge, huge. I truly believe we could offspring 10 directors by Christmas, but it's not my choice. And if you don't want to be a director, that's fine. Be a director, take the paycheck, and I'll take care of your people until you get sick of me. Okay? Deal? Don't be afraid of being a leader in Mary Kay. You have no responsibilities until you're a director. And even at that point, you meet with me until you're sick of me. Done? Okay. You do not have to share your answers with me. But if you want to, I would love to see them. I would love to see what your dreams and goals are, because I can lay hands on them and pray for them, and I can have my Bible study group pray over them. And what more can you ask for? Right? And I'm not going to say, you said you were going to do this and you didn't. I've never done that with anybody. Okay. All right. I'm excited where we're going to be in 2 weeks when the month ends. Again, I will put in our V card tomorrow, and I'll put on our Shape Family Superstars. Everybody go on the Facebook page on July 3rd and pull your points from June. Okay. I'll have all the points listed there. That's what I'll do on my first day on vacation. All right. And we'll have it there. And that way you guys will know how many points you earned for June, add it to your GG form, turn it in by the 5th. You could turn it in by the 6th. I'm going to be out of the country. And then that way we can add it all up, and I can send out your prizes when I get back. So excited. I got pretty stuff. I got real pretty stuff. All right, you guys, go for it. I love you guys. Have an amazing evening. Thank you for being